Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone on the third International Conference on Mathematics and Natural Science. My name is Nadia Revanala as a first author from Department Mathematics, Faculty Mathematics and Natural Science, University of Mataram, will present the final result with Nurul Fitriani and Lailia Awalus Saumi. The title of our research is Generalized, Autoregressive, Conditional, Heteroskedasticity Model in Forecasting the Indonesian Inflation Rate. For the introduction, inflation is defined as an increase in the amount of money circulating in the community or an increase in liquidity in an economy, with inflation indicating economic growth. But in the long term, high inflation rates have a very bad impact on the economy in Indonesia. From the Bank Indonesia website, inflation rate for the last 10 years have the average is quite high, rising 5.94% of year. With a high inflation rate, forecasting is very important so that the government can determine the right monetary policy is dealing with inflation. Inflation movement in Indonesia itself, there is data that rise relatively high and at other time it can drop drastically within the next period will continue to occur again, which is called the case of heteroskedasticity. According to Way in the time series econometric analysis, the autoregressive moving average ARIMA model whose data pattern meets the assumption of homoskedasticity for seasonal pattern called SARIMA, but this method cannot provide a suitable model for the behavior of data that has heteroskedasticity condition. So the right method to solve the heteroskedasticity problem is ARC model. Further refinement of the ARC model is called GATS model. The advantage of the GATS model compared to ARIMA model is that this model does not view heteroskedasticity as a problem, but instead use it to make model. Based on the explanation that has been forwarded, it is hoped that including the GATS element will produce a better forecasting estimate. Research method. The data used in this research is secondary time series data, short from the Central Bank of the Republic of Indonesia website. The data is 192 data, which is the inflation rate of the period January 2003 to December 2018 for its sample, and 12 inflation rate from January 2019 to December 2019 for out sample. The steps of data analysis carried out in this research are as follows. First, preparation and data input. Second, stationarity test of the data. Third, model identification by plotting ACF and VICF. Fourth, model parameter estimation. Fifth, base model selection. And then arch and guard effect test. And then GATS model identification. And then GATS model parameter estimation. And then perform verification. And last, forecasting. Result in discussion. The inflation rate forecasting model in Indonesia is as follows. You can see in the screen. With the GATS 11 variant forecasting model for the inflation rate is as follows. You can see in the screen. The plot of inflation rate with the result of forecasting inflation rate will be shown. You can see in the screen. The red line shows the actual inflation rate for the period January 2003 to December 2019, while the blue line shows the inflation prediction rate for the period January 2003 to December 2019. It can be seen that the results of forecasting inflation rate are not much different from the actual inflation rate. Based on the result of the analysis that has been done, the conclusions are as follows. The forecasting result in the inflation rate for the year 2019 in Indonesia state that the result of forecasting the inflation rate obtained were very good, with a MAP of 6.05%, AIC value is minus 1,320 and BIC value is minus 1,310. All about my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Good morning and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.